Hello, my name is Tero Pesonen. I'm from TCC, and here with me is Peter Schimitt, 3GPP CT chair, and we are here to hear about the plenary 104, which took place in Shanghai, and related. What are the updates? Well, wonderful to have you here, Peter. And no further ado, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Tero, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share the information about the last plenary. And now you should see my slides. So this is my report regarding TCA-related topics from the last plenary CT104 in Shanghai. I want to give some indications on what was happened here, especially on the new releases, release 19, 18, and also some future considerations. Let's start with some introductions. So if you look at the report from the plenary, you will notice that the number of corrections for release 17 and earlier releases, they are going down, which is a good sign, which means these releases are getting stable and people who are using it find less errors or inconsistencies. In the last quarter, the work in CT was focused on release 18. And we identified at the end of the meetings that we could declare the code freeze for release 18. So release 18 is now frozen. And all the work items with mission critical aspects are seen as completed now. And we have approved the first release 19 widths. So release 19 status. So we had approved 14 SIDs and widths, 1 SID and 13 widths. And for the new approved SID, we have also allocated the related TR number, which we will start working on it in the next quarter. And then release 18 status, we had this time 1,340 CRs approved for release 18. In the last plenary cycle, we had 1,900. So a huge number. And we also approved one new work item in the CT6 area on testing regarding USIM and USCC interfaces. And we have also sent one TR for information and one TS for approval. On these slides, you see the work items which were completed. So all the work items regarding mission critical, which were not completed last time, you see here as completed. So starting with 5G browser, and then with enhancements for mission critical push to talk architecture, phase 4, and also the mission critical ad hoc group communication, and also the aspects of the gateway UI functions for mission critical communications. All these work items are now completed. Coming to release 19 widths. So I just want to highlight here two. One is on protocol enhancement for mission critical services. This is just a placeholder work item to, in case we are identifying service issues with mission critical services which need improvements or corrections which does not fit in any of the actual work items for release 19. So we can use this work item for these kind of improvements. And then there's another issue on IMS stage 3 IETF protocol alignments. So we have the in 3P we are using IMS and we are using here the IETF protocols, and both have involved. And this work item is now to align the updated IETF stuff and incorporate this in the IMS part of the GP. Then we have also 3 study items in release 19. So the first 2 we have started already in release 18, but we could not manage to complete them. First one is on reducing information exposure for over SPI. And the next one was on IMS disaster prevention and restoration enhancements. And then we have the study on protocol for AI data collection from the UPF. So UPF is the user plane function. This is the node where all the data are sent through and where all the data are routed. And this work item is to give to provide the AI function, AI server with correct functionality and optimize the functionality to have an optimized signaling for this one. We have introduced some signaling already for the UPF, but it was identified that this might be a huge number of data who need to be exchanged. And there's now the check if we can optimize this. So release 18 summary. As said earlier, we have in this quarter, we have prioritized Series 18 topics. And there was also final check performed between stage 2 and stage 3, if everything is in line. And only some small issues were left over, which were identified that they are not in line. And stage 2 was asked also to give some indication in which direction we should go to do the alignment. All 4 CT working groups will have 1 face-to-face meetings in Q3, which will be held in Maastricht, Europe, CIS in August. And then on some thoughts about future considerations. So as an information for the TCA and verticals. So as you have seen, we have now a number of release 19 work items approved and more will follow. But these are based on the stage 2, and sometimes the stage 3 provides some more details. But so it's then the task of the TCA and those who have created this work item and know what they want to do in stage 2, they should check if their interpretation is really correct in the work item descriptions, which are now in stage 3. So this is really a task you should do and also should follow up when there are some changes. And then 6G, we had also still the discussion on 6G. So those of you may have noticed that in May, the use case workshop took place in Rotterdam. And there is another workshop planned in March next year, which will be the first 2 days of the plenary week. It will start with a joint session RAN SACT, and then RAN and SACT will be split in 2 separate groups and discuss then the provided documents. And on Tuesday afternoon, we will have then again a joint session RAN SACT, where the TSG chairs will provide a summary of the 2 days. And that completes my summary. So back to you, Tero.
Thank you very much, Peter. First of all, sincere congratulations on release 18. That's an enormous achievement, and I'm so happy to see that those 3 mission critical topics which were lagging behind a quarter ago, they are also included in the package. Very good. Likewise, the topics related to proximity services, as that's important part with the device-to-device communication. One thing that I noticed was in the plenary was also an agreement on RAN 5 terms of reference. RAN 5 is the group that does the testing most of all for user equipment, so mobile devices. And the terms of reference has been limiting it to exclusively for that. Now RAN and CT jointly agreed that the terms of reference can be changed to accommodate also exclusively mission critical server to server site testing. Perhaps you could comment with couple words about that one.
Yes, thank you for highlighting this. I missed this part in my slides. Sorry about this. Yeah, the point was these testing. You always need some experts, and especially on this mission critical server, these testing would be similar to the testing of these user equipment, and therefore this is in CT we had the opinion that it would be good to let the RAN 5 experts continue this job instead of starting to build up expertise in CT for this. Maybe this would be the only part, and then it makes no much sense to build up these expertise.
Yeah, so that's definitely a very important part for our community to be allowed to move with that. The MCX certification with MCPTT has done now started as a result of the joint work we in TCCA have with GCF. First certificate has also been issued, and now this will enable also the test script writing and test cases creation for the server side. So we can truly expect multi-vendor interoperable, at least 3GPP confirmed MCX products on the market. Other two things I noticed from your presentation, one was obviously an action point for us to look very carefully on those release 19 stage 3 WIDs and verify that the content, the objective is still in line with the original need and the expectation. So that's an action point for our community to look into. Another one we need to pay attention is that indeed in May in Rotterdam we had the privilege to present the TCCA 6G position, where we call trust to be the fundamental key design principle, but that's very philosophical. So now it's time to also go into further details and elaborate what that means in practice. 6G workshop was in March 25. So we have basically 9 months from here, bit less, until the workshop, and probably it would be wise to spend the time to discuss with other verticals and find commonalities, again, find a common ground and present that to 3GPP as we are stronger together and successes in cooperation. Those were maybe the points I was noticed there. The next plenary will be in September in Melbourne. And with that, we have the honor to work together with 3GPP leadership to have a co-located workshop with the government over there to highlight the importance of critical communication in a standardized 3GPP way. And thank you very much, Peter. I know already that you have reserved the time for that. Likewise, the rest of the leadership. So looking forward to a good session on that one, and looking forward to come back on an update from the September plenary. Any other thoughts that come to your mind at this point of time?
First, thanks that we have this opportunity in Melbourne to have a longer talk on all this issue. And then another issue, maybe what I also should mention for the March-ish workshop, we expect a huge number of documents. So if we have some, and we may need to do some selections, which documents we can handle and not. So it would be good if you have concrete and optimized common input from your side, that not all the different TCCA members are coming with their ideas. It would be good if we have some kind of combined document, as you mentioned already.
Yeah. We will try to consolidate our sector views, hopefully with the views of the other verticals. With this, I'd like to thank you very much and wish you hopefully at some point of time some summer vacation, and see you in Melbourne.
Yes. See you in Melbourne.
Bye for now.
Yes. Bye, Tero.